All right, so let's start with I guess, quick updates. So on Shadow last week, we cleaned the slots up, and it was done actually. And we had to upgrade the contracts. We were in Barcelona, so it took a bit of time, and it's not done yet, but it will be done by today. Well, yeah, let's maybe, I guess Marcus is not here, so there's no updates on Hive tests, except if maybe Igor can give an update.
Yeah, I can take a word, as Marcus is not available. So Erigon is still in progress right now. We are added transfer events checks and separated execution layer side checks from protocol checks itself. And dashboard works okay on my side and ready to go. The only question now how we will inject it in our workflow and where it should be hosted and who shall manage it. I will have the talk with Marcus on that when he will be available. Along that, we are looking into adding more corner cases before the merge. And that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
So with the merge, you mean the
hard fork, I guess.
Yeah.
Or?
Sorry. Yeah. I meant hard fork.
Chapella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I also still say merge for hard fork for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, so for mainnet, the preliminary audit is done. So we're just waiting for the formal approval, the document that says, okay, it has been audited at this commit and everything is okay, before actually deploying it, just to make sure, basically. So we did merge the execution, the execute system transaction function without the first deprecated argument, so that we can potentially use this later on for mainnet in case we, for example, deprecate Shadow or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't have to be used right now. Regarding DAppNode packages, everything, well, they have all been updated. So the ones that already existed, meaning I think Nethermind, Teku, Lighthouse, and Lowstar. And we're missing Erigon and Nimbus DAppNode packages specifically for Gnosis. They do both exist, but they have never been basically published to DAppNode. So we need to talk with them about, getting this done, basically. But in theory, the packages exist and they should be available for mainnet. That being said, as no one is running them for now, at least, there's no issues with people that cannot upgrade. So this is not necessarily a super high priority. So regarding Sedge, I wanted to ask if the right versions have been applied, but I guess Marcus isn't here, so we will know next week. And then there's still Avado and Serium, which we might work on at some points, but yeah. So regarding client updates, Nethermind. Well, I just talked about this Y parity mismatch on Ethers v6. I don't know if you have potentially more information regarding that.
Yeah, we're gonna check this issue with either v6. Besides that, we have no updates. We're monitoring DevNets. Everything seems all right so far.
Was everything okay with the Teku, the new config variables?
Probably Carlos will have update on this.
Yes.
with those new variables, the not working ones, the issue is fixed. No issues there.
Awesome. All right. Erigon, do you have any news?
No news.
I guess you updated the roadmap a bit with like Erigon V3, V4, and those things, and Kaplan. Maybe might be worth just quickly going through that so everyone's aware.
Yes, sure. So Erigon 3 is kind of our fundamental re-architecture, or like continuation of the stream of architectural improvements for the data structures. And basically, we want to capitalize on the fact that we can have a system of overlays for historical data. And so basically, issues like have a stable partition in time of your state history, then the older, bigger files, they are immutable. And that gives you two benefits. The first one, if it's an immutable data structure, you can optimize it further compared to the case where you have to handle writes to it. That's the first benefit, and the second benefit, you can put like big immutable files on BitTorrent or something, or maybe the IPFS, and distribute them. So that's we started doing it with Erigon 2, and with Erigon 3 we target to finish that stream of work with kind of system of stable overlays. We call them snapshots, but that's very different from Geth SnapSync. So that's Erigon 3, and Kaplan is the code name for our project to embed CL into Erigon. And that's like one tangible benefit. It will obviously be a UX improvement, but also another benefit is that we can save on the disk footprint, because you don't need to duplicate blocks between CL and DL. And going further, like we in that world, we will rely on CL dev peer-to-peer, and we'll only use EL peer-to-peer for the transaction pool.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, just as a clarifying question, sorry. I guess Kaplan is not going to be a validator client, right? Just like to be able to sync with nothing else.
Sorry, it will. Can you repeat?
You can't validate with Kaplan.
It's also on the agenda. Like we used to have a different, an earlier project, the kind of SCL lightweight client, but we scrapped that because I think there is there are no enough CL nodes serving light clients. So with Kaplan, we envision that it will be a full CL node and eventually validating. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Guillaume for Geth?
Yeah, so last week I was with Erigon. I met the Erigon team. We discussed a bit like my issues. So there was something missing from my code, which was the burner contract. So I added this. And unfortunately, the rewards were still trying to figure out what's going wrong, because I called the contract. I get nothing back, but I can see on the Gnosis scan that there's a reward being paid. So Andre is going to make a full sync and try to get me like all the intermediate states, and hopefully we can figure out where I drift, where I trail off. Otherwise, because I can't really ask Android to make a full sync for me every time I need to investigate something. I was wondering if there would be a full node, an archive node that I could trace against when I need to. I mean, worst case, I can ask Andre, but that's not really super well. First, that's me bothering him, and if I could use if there was an archive node somewhere, it would probably solve reduce a lot of circumvolution. I don't know how to call it, but it would make things more direct, basically.
Gateway, could you provide this to Guillaume?
So we're talking about the mainnet, right? Sorry,
mainnet, yes.
Just ping me Anna in Telegram, in the Telegram chat.
Okay,
yeah.
I shall do that. But hopefully Android Sync will already provide enough information. But I think for the future, it might be easier to do that. I also had a question that's not directly related, but during the Erigon retreat, we talked a bit about Verkle on Gnosis Chain, and I was on Gnosis Can. So basically, okay, the background for my question is that on mainnet, when we switch to Verkle, we're going to have to translate about 1 billion leaves, and that cannot be done in one go. So there will be a mechanism to transfer some leaves. Every block, like let's say 1,000 leaves, 10,000 leaves, who knows? The problem with Gnosis Chain, as you know, is that the slot time is much smaller. So while on mainnet we can enjoy 8 extra seconds, or let's say more exactly 7 extra seconds to do this work, on Gnosis you don't really have this kind of time. So there's another method that would be, I mean, I would explain that in a different time, like when we get to that problem. But it seems also that Gnosis Chain has way less accounts, and so on Gnosis Can it says it has about 1 million accounts. So my question is this number accurate? Do you guys know how many accounts we have on Gnosis at the moment, on Gnosis Chain?
I personally have no clue. I'm not sure if anyone has looked into this before.
It's actually, I can go and check it myself. It will just take some processing, but yeah, in case someone had the answer, that would save me some time. But I can always go and check. That's not a big deal. Because Tanish gave me a dump of the state at a given block, so I guess I could just go over that dump, and that would be enough. It's not according to Block Scout. It's a Gnosis Scan.
Oh.
Okay. So that was the question. If you ever know the answer, let me know, please. But otherwise, I will double check that. Thank you.
And so, if there's only 1 million accounts, does that change anything? Like, can
Yes.
we do it in? Okay.
Right. Okay. I didn't want to get too deep into the thing, but if indeed, like, if there's only 1 million account, that's basically 1,000th of what the mainnet will have to do. And so 1,000, like, I'm pretty sure we can translate 1,000 leaves per blocks. So yeah, that would be doable, basically, I think. We would just translate maybe 1,000, maybe 100 leaves per block. It would last a month, but it would not be too much of a burden on the network. To be tested, of course, but it seems doable if the number is correct.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your update.
Sure.
Gateway?
Not too much. Basically nothing for this thing. We do have also experienced some issue on Nethermind nodes with too many concurrent requests, and currently investigating the exact reason. We also found the setting that we can try to increase, give more, to increase the number of concurrent requests that node processed. But yeah, we're still investigating this. So we have something that probably I can also ping on Telegram, the Nethermind guys, for extra help. So basically, it's unable to rent an instance of EE's RPC module, too many concurrent requests. Yeah, but we found some stuff in the code that suggests the settings that we can change. So that's what we are doing right now. All right, that's it.
Thank you. I asked this on Telegram, but do you happen to run like an Erigon node for Shadow?
No.
Okay.
No, actually not.
All right.
I can recheck with the team, but not something that we publicly share. Let's put like this. But yeah, I will recheck, but probably not.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. But yeah, it was just to check for myself to check if this Ether's v6 version also happens on Erigon or not. But yeah, no problem. All right. Is there anything else? Lion, maybe?
All good from my end.
Perfect. Well, then, thanks everyone for joining, and see you next week.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Everyone.